Hello, Sophie here, Sophie Stained Glass. Thank you for joining me. It's been raining all day, it's a wet afternoon, but hopefully I can brighten your life with a bit of stained glass know-how. So today we're going to take one of these, sad, broken, and learn how to produce one of these. Yay! It's fixed. Actually, I'm making two for a border, obviously, of stained glass window. So I've divided the video, it's a long video, into 3 parts. I have discovered that you like watching me do things real time, because quite often with a video that involves painting, so that it's not like a video watching paint dry, I speed it up. But I'm going to do it real time, so it will be a few hours. So it's going to be split up into your testing at the beginning, trying to find your colour, your medium, your temperature, your glass. Then it's going to be painting the black. Then it's going to be the silver stain. Silver stain, a little bit of a tricky customer, and even when you test, sometimes the real firing, it just does it differently. Watch the fun I have with that. So yes, I hope you enjoy this video on restoration. The first thing you need to do when you're going to do a replica piece, a copy, is to match the glass. It's a little bit more greeny than it is amber. This isn't a bad colour match, this one, but the texture's not quite right. I actually think this one is going to be the one I'm going to choose. I think these two have got too much yellow in. This is my palette of black and brown mixed together. It's probably tracing black and it's probably umber brown. So I'm just going to bring it back to life with a bit of water. I'm going to test it for colour because I don't know whether you can see, this isn't a particularly dark black, and in fact in some places it almost reads as brown. So, well, not brown, I don't know, well, it's greyish, but then that might be to do with how much water they mixed when they were painting it. So my first firing is going to be for the black, because that's what I'll be painting first. It's good practice to clean your glass with a bit of glass paint, just to make sure everything's going to stick the way you want it to, because if it's greasy it won't. So, a paintbrush. This is really quite fine, this. You don't want to go too fine with a paintbrush because you can't carry enough paint. So I'll do a few strokes and see how I feel. So I've done a couple of strokes and I think it's too dark, this black. So I'm just adding a bit of umber brown and we'll mix that up. And see if it's more the colour we want. I'm going to make this end of the palette browner than this end, because then I can mix them together to get just the shade I want. Right, that's a very quick mix. You would usually do a longer mix than that, but I'm just checking the colour, so I won't worry about it. Right, let's see what this looks like. I always have a little puddle of water, and I can then draw the paint into the little puddle and get the consistency I want. That's pretty good actually. I like that because it's still black, but do you know what? I might just put a little bit more brown in. A little bit more. It's nearly there though. The other thing you have to consider when you're trying to match your painted work is what the carrier was. Now, to me this looks like the carrier is water. You do get painted work that's really glossy. When that's the case, you'd want to be mixing with oil to get the same look. Right. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to stick with this. So, clear that off. I'm going to do a little test piece. Let's see. Right, this is very rough and ready. See how it's looking. So just practicing a few strokes and a bit of flooding. Now I will put that into fire. Not the most elegant strokes, but we'll work on that. Just ramp it straight up and down so that I can just see how we're going as quickly as possible. And in the meantime, this will probably take about an hour. In the meantime, I'll get on with it, building a stained glass window. I've got this out of the kiln now, and I'm happy enough with how it looks. Now I've got dark silver stain and light silver stain. To me that looks like dark silver stain. Now I'm going to do a little test. Bit of dark. I'm not really mixing it up much like you would normally do. So this is dark. We're going to just do a D there. Now what you tend to do is brush it out. My blusher brushes. See how it's just that that's what I've got to hand. So that's the dark. So I think I'll just do that's right, I'll do a D on that. And if you know, I'm doing it on the other side of the glass to the paint. You always have to have the silver stain in contact. And let's try a bit of light, see how we get on. Just put it on this. I mean, you can probably see the difference. Oh, that's just brushed it off. Don't seem to have too much of this stuff. Needed to be a bit denser. This is really a very crude test. Not at all as carefully applied as you would on the actual piece. There we go. So one thing I should have mentioned with the firings is the temperature you fire it to also makes a difference to your finished paint. I think I'd do this. I think I had written on these. I think it's 540 to 560, so let's do it at 550. So I have just taken these out of the kiln, and in case you don't know, they come out brown, or whatever colour you want to call that, and then you wipe it off. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice match, isn't it? So the light one's too light, and that one's just right. So we can now get on to actually painting up our replicas. So there we have it, a video on how to do an imitation, a replica, a copy. It's quite forgiving as a technique because you can always go back and scrape it before you fire it. So yeah, that's kind of why I like painting on glass. Get to push it around. So yes, any questions, let me know, and thank you. Please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. That helps me loads. Please comment. I love your comments. And yeah, like. That's another good one.